What is going on, everybody? In this video, as you see by the title, we have our latest submission back from TGA. So as you guys know, give me a second and let me bust this thing open. All right, we are back with everything right in front of us here. And as you can see, we got Mac Jones, we got Yu-Gi-Oh!, we have vintage baseball and modern football. We have a ton of stuff to go over. This was a 39-40 card submission. I'm just going to call it 40 just because it's a nice round number. But let's get these things off to the side. And by the time you're seeing this video, you probably already picked up your card and have seen your grade. I know last time for March's submission, for February's submission, I know I kind of released the video and people saw the video before they were able to get the reveal of their card here in shop. So that's hopefully the delay of this video being released will hopefully kind of help with that. But nevertheless, let's get into this. And we're starting off with a Cam Akers. I believe this is numbered to 5, and it got a 9.5. So as you can see, 4 out of 5 here, and it got a 9.5 on the grade. Ultimately, you know, Cam Akers, modern day running backs don't have a lot of significant value, but out of 5, that was just something I couldn't pass up when I was looking to get it graded. This is out of 99. This Juan Soto, a 8. I don't believe this was mine. I have the list in the back, but I wonder where it went wrong. I can see the off-centering. Trying to look at the corners and the edges. I mean, that looks fine. I don't know. It must be a surface issue then. I don't know. That 8, that's kind of puzzling to me, if I'm being completely honest. Wow. I mean, okay. I don't know. Here's a Bobby Dahlbeck number to 2021 for the year. This came back a 9. Very nice card. Clean. Just hit a home run. Okay, let's see. I'm recording this on, I don't have my phone's recording, Recording this on the 11th, I believe, which is Monday. So they just played the Yankees. They finished their series yesterday, and he hit the go-ahead home run. So nice card to right there to have. Jazz Chisholm, I believe I did not send this one out. I'm trying to remember which ones I sent out and which ones I didn't. I know the Cam Akers was one I sent out. 9, 5, 10 for a patch card. That is awesome. Nice 2-color napkin patch auto. Again, 9.5 on the thick card. It's tough to see with the bag, but as you can see right there, that's a thick card right there. And to get a 9.5, this is right here where it may have went wrong. And I remember seeing this when the card came in the shop, but 9.5 for a patch card, absolutely take it. Like I said, TGA is a very difficult grader. You go other places, that may be a 10. All right, we have Mookie Betts. Nice Bowman first, 9.5. Beautiful card right there. Wish he was still a Red Sox, but it is what it is. Mike Trout, hot sauce. I remember this card. Came back a 9. Gorgeous looking card. Very nice that it's encapsulated, but it came back a 9. Ugh, that's a bummer. But hey, you know what? Like I said, TGA is a difficult grader. You get a 9 here, you get a 9.5 here. May end up being a 9.5 or a 10 elsewhere. All right, here is a Dennis Eckersley rookie card, I believe. And this came back a 7.5. For a card that came out in 1976, a 7.5 is definitely something I'm taking. I know I have some vintage myself over here, but this 7.5 is definitely a card worth, accepting, right? I mean, what more can you ask for a card that's almost 50 years old? Marcelo Meyer. Here we go. A 9 on the Bowman Chrome first. It came back a 9. Now, most of these cards were already predetermined to get graded by the customers, by the folks that wanted to get these cards graded. So it's not like, I was looking at the card and I'm like, oh yeah, here's this and that, you shouldn't get it graded. These cards were already something that they wanted to get graded. So that is just a small disclaimer right there. Here's a Blaze Jordan, 9.5. Look at that blue. Sky blue refractor. Look how gorgeous that is. That is absolutely gorgeous. 9.5. Not a first, but you know what? That's okay. It is still a very sharp looking card. And this Wander Franco, Topps rookie 95. There we go. Look at that. Hottest card on the market right now for baseball, all things considered. I know it's Topps Series 1. I know this is a base, but still, this card is still fetching a pretty penny on the market. All right. Trying to think, what should we do next? What else we have in this pile here? I'm going to save the Yu-Gi-Oh! For later because, you know, that Star Wars label was absolutely gorgeous, and I've seen pictures of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Label, so I just want to get blown away by that. Plus, there's some grades in there I'm really expecting to be high. Hopefully, that can come through, but let's go through this vintage first. This is, I believe, yes, Masanori Murakami. This is the first Asian American pitcher in Major League Baseball. This is his rookie card, and it came back a 5.5. Vintage. It's hard to get high grades. I mean, I know the Dennis Eckersley is not vintage yet, but getting a 7.5 on that was pretty good. Getting a 5.5 on this is definitely acceptable for a card that came out in 1965. So, I mean, this card is almost 60 years old itself. So, I'll absolutely take that. In a way, don't quote me on this and don't hold me to this, but in a way, lower the number for vintage, almost the better. Like, yes, you want a nice PSA 9 Mickey Mantle from 52 Topps, obviously. But, like, I don't know, you get a nice card on a 3, it's okay. Thurman Munson and David McDonald rookie. Came back a 7. Okay, that's actually pretty good. And so obviously when you get a higher grade, you get a little more excited, but that's pretty good. Obviously, the off-centering is a major flaw that you can see right off the bat. The corner is soft there. Corner is very soft and worn there. Little wearage right there as well. Back, besides the off-centering, looks really clean. The color looks really good and crisp. I know there's a little bit of surfacing errors, but you know what? Card came out 52 years ago. I'm not going to complain about that. Here we have a Mike Garman, Cecil Cooper, and Carlton Fisk rookie. 7.5. Okay. 50 years old. This thing is vintage. I'll take a 7.5. Absolutely. Absolutely take a 7.5. I wonder if that's going to be the highest we get for vintage. I know this Hank Aaron card is definitely not coming back higher. We have 2 soft corners there. Soft corner and some edging there. Call it a 4. Ooh, a 3.5. I was close though. Yeah, you can see the wear there, here. I mean, it's all over the place, but it's a Hank Aaron. I'm a big fan of Topps 71. I'm a really big fan of the Topps 71 cards. So getting something like this, plus it's Hank Aaron. I mean, absolute legend, Hall of Fame, GOAT. I'll take a 3.5 there. Again, lower the number, almost the better in some instances. But like I said, don't quote me on that. Harmon Killebrew, I'm absolutely having a blast playing with Harmon Killebrew in MLB The Show. It's like his, what year is his rookie? 54. This is like 1954 rookie card that I'm using in Topps right now. Insane power numbers, insane contact against lefties. His contact against righties is a little low, but great card nonetheless. I have him hitting cleanup in my lineup, but I know you guys aren't here for that. A 7. Pretty sweet 7 right here. Absolutely take it. Again, 72. Not as much of a fan of the 72 as I am of the 71. Still a clean, sharp design. I'm just not a fan of the 3D looking lettering right here. I just think this versus Braves, Hank Aaron, position, outfield, so much more simplistic, more beautiful. This is a very nice 7 right here. That is a very nice 7. All right, and here's another Harmon Killebrew. This is from 70. This was from 72. This came back a 4. Tough. That's a tough one to swallow right there. But you know what? You guys hear me? I'm not upset. I'm not mad at these grades. It's vintage. You know, it's what I expect. You know, I was pretty happy with a 7 and a 7.5. So like a 4, it's like, you know, you expect a low grade like that. And that's the mindset you need to have with vintage. You can't expect 9s and 10s with vintage. So it's a completely different element to collecting and a different element of grading. But here we have some more modern stuff. Okay, I just want to make sure there's no more vintage in this pile. Here's a nice LaMelo Ball Prism. Oof, that is crispy and clean. That reactive yellow, nice 9. Ooh, that is sharp. Look at the shine and the glare on the mosaic. You can't complain about that. Stephen Thompson. Nice 8 on the card. Interesting, because I know the guy who submitted this definitely checked it over probably 1,000 times. The auto's a 10, so that's good. Look at that nice, beautiful auto right there. But coming back an 8 on the card. Interesting. I don't know, UFC, wrestling, AEW. I don't know those fighting sports is all too well, especially their card market. But I mean, I do know that an 8 on an ultra modern card is not ideal. Or it's 2017, so it's just modern now. Look, you can see through this card. See? Here's my hand. Very beautiful card. Let's see. King back in 8. Nice skybox slam cam. Michael Jordan. Now, I think an 8 on this. I don't think it was expected. I think he was expecting a 9 on this. So I don't know if an 8 will be upsetting or not, but I mean, still a gorgeous card. It's a tough grade. I mean, especially the acetate, and then the corners are definitely prone to chipping. So I ain't complaining about that for him, but not my card. If he complains, that's his card. And here's a nice Topps Chrome Gronk. Very nice, shiny. Hey, you can see me in the reflection. Hi there. Very nice card right here. Where's Gronk going to play this year, if he's going to play? Comment down below if you think he's going to return to the Buccaneers, go to the Bengals or the Bills, teams that he's been linked to. Is there a small chance he comes back to the Patriots? Or does he retire? Let me know in the comment section below where you think Rob Gronkowski will be playing or what he'll be doing in 2022. All right. Let's kick it with some Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. And if you guys don't know, I am a massive Yu-Gi-Oh! Guy. People come in here all the time asking me questions about Pokemon and a little bit about Magic. And quite frankly, I don't know it all too well. Yu-Gi-Oh! I definitely do know. So, here we go. Oh, and look at the label, though. Oh, that label's so cool. All right, let me zoom in on it. So, TGA logo with a little triangle right there. That's supposed to be the Millennium Puzzle from the anime show. And then you can see all these ancient Egyptian like holographic symbols here in the label. And then here's a couple chains right here. And in the Star Wars label, these were just like a red and a blue light referring to lightsabers. Plus you got the purple to match the Dark Magician. This is a card and this label is absolutely insane. I love this label, but I think I love the Star Wars one a little bit more, but that is still really cool. I want to know what like a 9 or a 10 over here would look like, but holy smokes, that was something else. All right, here we go. Card Destruction got an 8, so this is a spell card. It says Magic card. Back in the day, they referred to these, blue cards as Magic cards. However, Magic the Gathering, filed a lawsuit. So the newer edition cards here will say spell cards instead. But, oh, that's so cool. And I didn't even notice this in the first one. So in the holographics up here, it has like a purpley tint to it. Whereas the ones here have that kind of like turquoisey teal tint to it. Try to put them side by side so you can see it better. It's tough on camera, but you can see the purple tint and you can see the teal tint. Oh, that's so gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous. 2 staples for Yu-Gi-Oh! In the anime. So apologize. I'm a little nerdy right here. 8-5 on Soul Exchange. All right. Absolutely take this as well. Oh, 2 8s and an 8-5. Can we get a 9? I don't know how many I submitted. Got 3 more. I don't know if a 9 is in the cards. Get it? Because they're Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Sorry, I had to make a joke. It's been a long weekend. That is very sharp right there. Here we go. Please give me a 9. A 7 on the Heavy Storm. Oh, that is tough. That is tough. And again, these are all from 2002, all from legacy sets or starter decks. I don't think I'll have any spell cards, but if you are curious about that whole Magic card, spell card thing, come on down to the shop and I'll absolutely explain it and even show you the difference in the two. That Heavy Storm getting a 7 there is a little disappointing, but it's a 20-year-old card. I'm not going to complain all too much. Change of Heart getting an 8. I have one left. Please give me a 9. Please, please, please. I mean, I'll absolutely take the 8s, the 8 5s. The 7's a little, but oh, if we can just cap it off with a 9, that would be beautiful. As the main protagonist said in the show, heart of the cards, guide me. Oh, got an 8. It got an 8. Tribute to the Doom, getting an 8 here. So we got 1, 2, that was a 7. It's an 8 5, 3, 4 8s, an 8 5, and a 7. I think for my first Yu-Gi-Oh submission, that's pretty good if you ask me. All right, here's a Nick Chubb. This is the Dragon Scale Prism. This is out of 67. Odd number, I know. And this gets a 9. You know, I was a little worried about, let's see, I'm trying to find it. Like right here, you can see that black line going across. Pretty sure that's meant to be there. I'm not exactly sure, but I was a little worried about that. But if you like tilt it that way, you can kind of see it going down there as well. So that's what makes me think that it's supposed to be on the card, because if you tilt it away, it goes away. And I feel like if you tilt it a different direction, you can see it here a little bit. But if you tilt it in a different direction, like, you shouldn't see it all too much. But I mean, I know it's a little off. It's actually really off-centered right here and there. But hey, a 9 is still a very nice card, especially on a card that's this difficult to grade as the Dragon Scale Prism is. Here's a Mac Jones 2021 from Chronicles, and it gets a nice 9.5. The pink version, very clean, very sharp. Here's a Mac Jones from this year's Rookies and Stars, also capturing a 9.5, and this one's numbered to 49. This is 11. Look at this, 11. All right, so I apologize for the cutoff there. My phone ran out of storage space, so I had the recording abruptly ended. Then I had to go in and delete some stuff, and it was a whole debacle of a mess. So I'm gonna try to make this as smooth as possible in post-production, this transition. So I'm not exactly sure where it got cut off, but I was mentioning how this is 11 out of 49 and the jersey number's 10. Beautiful card here, getting a 9.5. So we do have one more. All right, after a couple customers have come and gone now, we still have this one card here in front of us that we need to flip over. And this should be the label correction card from this Wayne Gretzky. And indeed it is. Grade stayed the same way. It just now says number 12 anniversary series as it does down here. Originally, this card had, let's see, card number 18 on it. And the gentleman who submitted this card got it, took it. Then he came back and was like, hey, the card number on the label's mixed up. So we talked, myself and TGA, and we were able to get that fixed and squared away. So that was part of the submission, but it wasn't actually getting graded because that was from a previous submission bulk, as you guys have already seen. Let's see, Mac Jones. These might be a bunch of Mac Jones, might be all mine. I don't know. You know, I didn't get the little slip that said, our favorite card. Oh, maybe it's in the box that I put over there. I don't know. We'll save all those Mac Joneses for last. We'll start with Tom Brady here. A nice no helmet press proof premium. That is a 9. Very crisp, very clean card. Another Tom Brady. Should be the same thing, press proof premium, but it might be with the Patriots. Nope, still Bucks, but this also came back a 9. These cards are so tough to get graded because of the all holographic finish. Quite difficult. But 2 9s though. This is the no helmet variation. This is the regular press proof. Very nice right there. Tom Brady Patriots. This was the gold press proof. A 7 though. A 7? Now again, these cards were already predetermined to go out to get graded, but wow. That 7 kind of threw me off. I did not expect that at all. I mean, especially having back-to-back 9s and a 7. That's quite puzzling and interesting. But let's move on to our fleet of Mac Jones cards, as we have Mac Jones from Illusions. There should be a couple base and a Stardust in here. This is the base. This is an 8. Let's see. I wonder where the Stardust one is, though. This is the base. That's a 9. So this one right here should be the Stardust. Trophy Collection 9.5. Very beautiful. Very nice. Got the best grade on the best card out of the bulk here. So that is, I guess, worth it, if you ask me. Mac Jones. Is this numbered? Here's 2 of the same cards. I don't know if they're numbered or not. I'll have to double check. This is a 9. This is not numbered. Extra point diamond. Did I send this out? I don't know if I sent this out or not. Here's the extra point blue premium. This one's numbered out of 249. This, I do believe, is mine. I'm not exactly sure. I'll double check, obviously. And if it's not mine, then I'm obviously not going to keep it. I have the submission list in the back in the office, so I'll be able to make sure I correctly have these cards distributed to their original owners. The base receives a 9.5 on the Mac Jones, and we still have the Prism one left. Nice Mac Jones 9.5. Can't complain about that. No way, Jose. Here we go. Prism. 10. 10. 10. 9.5. Oh, that's so clean. That's so clean. Optic Preview Pink. Oh, absolutely beautiful card. Cannot complain to top off this submission reveal. But again, there was no 10s, excuse me, in this submission lot, right? So yeah, after reviewing the submissions, we don't have any 10s again. In last month's submission video, we didn't get any 10s either. So that just proves and shows how difficult TGA is of a grading company. Because again, you send these to other companies, these 9.5s, even the 9s, they might turn into 9.5s and 10s elsewhere. So having a difficult grader such as TGA is really reassuring to know that, hey, they're looking at these cards and they're really going to judge them. Like, you could send this anywhere else and this may come back a 10. The same with this Wander Franco base. So it's good to know that a company like TGA is really looking at their cards and taking the grading process seriously. And I just stepped away from the camera real quick to kind of look in the box that all these cards came in, and I wasn't able to find the little card that said, oh, here's the primary grader, head grader, our favorite card, which is a little disappointing. I kind of like that. I want to know, you know, the folks over at TGA, who's grading the cards, who's supervising, and what their favorite card was from the submission. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this TGA submission reveal. As again, these videos are so fun to make because I love seeing the cards get graded that I submit, and of course the cards that you submit. If you want to send your cards to TGA, I do monthly submissions through them. $18 a card if you submit through me, and you only have to pay $5 shipping for every 5 cards you get submitted, which is an absolute fantastic deal. They guarantee these cards in 30 business days or less, door to door. I sent these out, I think 3 weeks tomorrow, I want to say. So it's just bang, 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 and it's something I cannot complain with, being a shop, having cards, you know, get graded and back so I can put them in my case, and then obviously customers' cards getting sent out to get graded and come back for their collection or however they want to use their graded cards. But that is going to do it for this one. Please make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below any thoughts, questions, comments, or concerns. I would love to hear those and read those down in the comment section. And please consider hitting that giant red subscribe button if you haven't done so already, as I would greatly appreciate the love and support as I'm on my way to 250 subscribers. I have a nice, wonderful video queued up right here for you to enjoy and indulge on your sports card journey. Hopefully, I'll see you in that one.